Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
One of the important elements of the suspension of any vehicle is a shock absorber, on which the safety of movement and the behavior of the car on the road completely depends. Therefore, if there is a question about what shock absorbers are better, the unambiguous answer is as follows: it is necessary to choose them, focusing not on the brand and cost, but on the specific recommendations of the vehicle manufacturer, the results of testing, and trials of selected models. As for the choice of the shock absorber model, gas or oil, it is necessary to install on the car the type that was originally supplied at the car factory, otherwise the dynamics of the car during the movement will completely change, and not in a positive way. How to choose shock absorbers. To understand what shock absorbers are better to choose for your vehicle, you need to be guided by the following criteria. The value of the braking distance is necessarily taken into account because shock absorbers act as dampers of vibrations of the car body, and this greatly affects the time of stopping the vehicle when performing emergency braking. Thus, the softer the shock absorber strut is, the longer the braking distance on cars with ABS will be. Vehicle roll when entering a tight corner, which occurs due to centrifugal force when traveling at high speed. At this point, the grip of the wheels with the road surface deteriorates, so the car can simply overturn. It is worth noting that for the company that produces shock absorbers, this criterion is the main one. Stability during driving on the road with a bad surface, for which the resistance of shock absorber struts is responsible. What shock absorbers to choose based on the above criteria? So, based on a comparative analysis of 3 well-known manufacturers, we can say that Bilstein products are optimally suited for dynamic driving, but after their installation, the suspension will start to work too hard. Fans of comfort and moderate speeds can recommend shock absorbers by Monroe, and owners of off-road vehicles and just fans of driving on rough terrain, KR Bar. Selecting shock absorbers for your driving style. Before deciding which shock absorbers are better to install, it is necessary to analyze your driving style, quality of road surface, condition and parameters of tires, purpose of shock absorber struts. After all, it may happen that when driving at speed absolutely does not feel any road imperfections, while even the smallest stones will cause serious inconvenience during a quiet ride. Or the car enters corners with a strong body roll, but at the same time perfectly holds the trajectory, getting at speed even in the deepest pits. This is all because the type of shock absorber and its condition affect the main characteristics when driving. When solving the dilemma which shock absorbers are better to install, it is necessary to determine for yourself which criterion to give preference to: speed and controllability or constant comfort when driving at low speeds. Unfortunately, when the parameters of one of the indicators increase, the other indicator decreases. Thus, it is hardly possible to achieve correct operation of the shock absorber in any road conditions. Therefore, if there are no certain requirements for operation, the best option is to install shock absorber struts recommended by the vehicle manufacturer. The technical characteristics of such shock absorbers are fully compatible with all indicators of the car: stability, suspension design, controllability, body strength, reliability, etc. in its operational period. If rather powerful shock absorbers are installed on the car, they can simply damage their attachment points so that they will not be restorable in the future. However, if the vehicle is constantly loaded or gas cylinder installation is installed, it is necessary to purchase shock absorbers that will be 30 to 40% stronger than those installed earlier. And for fans of fast driving, shock absorber struts with increased resistance are suitable, as they really reduce body roll. Any automobile shock absorbers are conditionally divided according to the following parameters: aggregate state of the working substance, gas, oil or gas oil, design features, single or double tube, Gas, oil or gas oil, which type is best to install on the car? The budget version of shock absorbers includes the oil type, since their design does not allow the system to work effectively on rough roads and rough terrain. It is also noted incorrect operation with the onset of cold weather, respectively. The price of such parts is much lower. Gas oil type of shock absorbers is considered the most common today. They are largely similar to oil, but due to the fact that nitrogen is pumped into them, the operational life of shock absorbers is much longer. In addition, they work much softer, providing high dynamic performance of the vehicle when driving in any speed modes. Gas shock absorber struts are installed mainly on sports cars, as these suspension elements provide instant response to changes in driving mode, allow to improve controllability on any road and in any weather conditions, completely eliminate the effect of aquaplaning. Therefore, if the driver's main concern is stability of his car while driving, rather than comfort, gas shock absorbers are exactly what is needed. But they also have a number of disadvantages. The main one is the short stroke of the rod, which makes the shaking when driving on bumpy roads very noticeable. It is also the cause of rapid wear of elements of the chassis and suspension. In conclusion, choosing the best type of shock absorbers for your vehicle ultimately depends on your specific needs and driving style. Whether you prioritize comfort, performance, or off-road capability, there is a suitable option available. Remember to consider factors such as your vehicle type, driving conditions, and personal preferences. By making an informed decision, you can enhance your driving experience and ensure a smoother ride. Thank you for watching, and we hope this guide helps you find the perfect shock absorbers for your vehicle.